So you may not know this about me, but I'm kind of a nerd. I really like to read, and especially when I was younger, I read all the time, hours and hours in my room. I also really liked going to church. I loved singing in the choir and going to service and listening to the messages, and I really liked Sunday school. I was a nerd. One of the things that we did at my church was that they would read different passages of the Bible, but instead of bringing your own Bible or reading it like we have Bibles here, it was printed on a piece of paper in the bulletin. And I really loved these pieces of paper. In third grade, I collected them. I took them home, and I had a little stack of them in my room, and I would look at them, and I would organize them and read them, and I just thought that they were great. And I would try to find the passages in my Bible because I knew where all the books of the Bible were because we had to memorize those in Sunday school. So I knew that these passages were important, and I wanted to read them and understand them, but I didn't really get them. I didn't really know what to read in the Bible. I remember one day, many times, I would sit in my room and I would have my Bible in my hands, and I would just be flipping through it because I didn't know where to start or what to read. And even with the passages that we had from church, it still didn't help me very much to read the Bible. So around 4th or 5th grade, one of the pastors at my church gave me this book, and it was called The Adventure Bible Handbook. And it was so cool. I don't think they make it anymore, but it was awesome. It was about these college students who had to do a report about the Bible. And so they put all this information about the Bible into this computer program, and then they put on these helmets, and they were transported into the computer program. So they were cartoons, and they got to go through all the different Bible stories. And I loved it. It talked about all the different things in the Bible and had all this information. And I really wished that there could be a computer program that I could go into to go through all the stories of the Bible because it was so neat. And what I really loved about that was that it helped me to know the big picture of the Bible, how all the different stories fit together, and also to know about the history that was going on in other parts of the world and how it all fit together. So that really helped me to know the big picture of the Bible. But even with the Adventure Bible Handbook, I still didn't read my Bible very much. I always found something better to do. Maybe I had homework or another cool book to read, and I just never got around to it. So this happened all the way through college, where I would read the Bible for maybe a day, and then I wouldn't pick up my Bible again for many months. But this all changed when I worked at a camp the summer after college. It was really great. I had a cabin full of girls every week, and our schedule was super packed with meals and games and activities and chapel time. But my favorite time was every day we had something called quiet time. And that's where everybody in the whole camp had 30 minutes of quiet time with God. So they could read their Bible or write in a journal or write a letter to God. They could just do whatever they wanted. And the counselors, like me, got to do that too. And so I got to use this time to read whatever I wanted. So I would just pick a book in the Bible and I would just start reading it and going through it. And what was also great about camp was that the other counselors loved reading their Bibles. And a lot of them had had a lot more experience reading their Bibles than me. And so we would talk about it. I would ask them questions, or we would talk about what they were reading, and sometimes we would even be reading the same thing at the same time, and then we would get to talk about it. So that really helped me to start reading my Bible because it got put in my schedule. I had to do it every day, just like everyone else at camp. So because of this, I was able to get into the habit of reading the Bible every day. And it was really awesome. I really enjoy reading the Bible. And I didn't always understand what I was reading, but the other counselors were able to help me out and we were able to talk through it. What was also helpful was my Bible. This is my Bible. I love this Bible. I would underline things that I liked that stuck out to me, and it has lots of comments at the bottom of it to help me think about, what was going on in history, or what their culture was like, or how it can apply to my own life. And so that was really helpful in me understanding the Bible. And so, yeah, you can see I really love this Bible. It's covered in duct tape because the cover fell off, and so I put that on. And it's just really fun. It helped to read the Bible because I really liked this book. I liked the way it was laid out and the font, and I liked underlining. It was my own. And so I encourage you to have a Bible that you can call your own, that you can really be excited to read. So some of the things that helped me to read the Bible more was, one, I had lots of people that were around me that I could talk to and that encouraged me to read the Bible more. Two, I had the big picture of the Bible from the Adventure Bible Handbook. And three, my Bible had lots of comments to help me think about the different aspects of the Bible and how I could apply it to my life. So how can we help each other to read the Bible? Well, we have home groups. We have each other. So we can talk to each other about it. We can encourage each other, and we can ask each other questions. And we can share what we've learned and what we've read. And so that is an awesome thing to do during home groups. I'm really excited for this year for us all to start reading the Bible more so that we can become more like Jesus. Hooray! Hooray! God. Triple woohoo! Woo!